What is going on there, gamers and gamettes and everybody between? You already know I got my nice red solo cup filled with milk. I can taste the unprofessionalism in that sip. But today is not about me. Oh, no. It's about something that goes far deeper than we could have ever, divulged to you in the opening salvo of this podcast. Welcome to Clout.WAV episode 39. Your boy, back at it again with the red solo cup. Your boy Quizarinth. And who's this over here? Remind the people who you are. I'm not introducing you this week. You got it this time. Big boy words. Let's get it.
That's right. They call me the man.
Don't do it.
The myth.
Don't you fucking do it. You better come up with your own fucking material, man. No.
The fraudulent one.
We about to get sued for gimmick infringement, brother. I'm telling you that right now.
Man. I am Subtle Fraudulence. I'm here to tell you guys that I heard that Trae Young guy, he's doing pretty well out there on the Atlanta Hawks.
Nah, brother. That was a team effort. That was a collaboration of the Atlanta Hawks actually pulling their own buns out of the fire because that game was real close. But I don't expect Giannis, and Giannis was doing pretty well, but I don't really expect the rest of the Milwaukee Bucks to play as poor because his role players didn't step up like Trae Young's role players stepped up. And let's be honest, you got to win 40s. We've seen plenty of times somebody. I mean, look at the other side of the bracket. Look, the Clippers been down 0-2 twice. They still here. So I mean, I'm just saying, going up 1-0 really isn't the security blanket that a lot of people have said it's all cracked up to be. Especially since we're coming off the bubble, which was a short season, so some of these teams got a longer rest. So it's a whole can of worms, and it's the whole kit and caboodle of nonsense. But that being said, it's I don't know. I feel like sports are kind of in that rough spot of 2020 was just like every championship had an asterisk next to it. There were so many different variables like mid-season, like, oh man, your quarterback got COVID? Oh, that's crazy. You about to lose the next 4 games. GG, just go ahead and shake my hand right now and just go ahead and move on to the back of the bracket. Then, in basketball, you cram your season together. Then, what were they playing? Like playoffs in July? Like they had a really short off season. So, I don't know. It gets strange. All right. It gets really, really strange because, we're backed up even now. Because, I mean, what was it? Like, normally the NBA Finals would be starting probably around late June, early July. And last year, they almost went into the fucking fall. Like, it was kind of fucking ugly, bro. If I'm not even gonna lie to you, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, but, they ended up getting on the other side of that, much like how convention season's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening.
Ooh.
It's happening. And I was just informed that apparently I'll be at Otakon. So, hey, if you want to turn up at Otakon, and that's the thing, what I'm saying, come on, holler at your boy. For we will be bringing you the Smash Brothers, the Tekken, good-ass Tekken, by the way, the Dragon Ball Fighters, the Guilty Gear Strive, of course, and, some fucking Mario Kart. So, yeah, if you guys sound interested in any of that shit, then go ahead and get ready to look out for Otakon room block going up for sale and, all those things. And if you're local to the area, then feel free to come on down. If you're vaccinated, if you feel feverish, got a cough, I don't even care if you feel like you've got a little bit of phlegm at the back of your throat when you start to adjust your tie. Do not pull up, all right? If you feel like you woke up and your voice is a little bit hoarse, do not pull up. You feel as though you woke up after having a tremendous round with the night sweats, do not pull up. Do not come anywhere near the venue. Stay your ass at home. Because while we may be coming on the backside of the pandemic, I don't want to deal with that shit, man. I don't. I just don't. Personally, I'd just rather us just go there, have a nice time with no... But it will be interesting to see if now that everybody's all masked up and whatnot, if con crud seems to be a thing of a bygone con goers era. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying everyone's going to be the most careful, but I do feel as though a lot of people are more mindful of the nasty shit that they used to do. I mean, let's face it, you know what I'm saying? You used to go turn up with the homies, they waterfalling out the same bottle with people whose first names they don't even know. That's not, you couldn't do that in the COVID era. I'm sure there will still be people who do it. Okay, I'm not saying it's gone. I'm not saying that it's all checked into the Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends Hotel. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think people are more mindful. So it'll be nice to see if we can actually come home from the con and still be breathing without having the whole I got the con crud. Call out for work, because no one wants to call out for work after you had already planned to go to work and you've already went to sleep early after the con, and then now you just feel like diarrhea dog shit. No one wants that experience, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. But speaking of things I wouldn't wish on anybody, so John McAfee, right? Like, that man's dead. But apparently,
all right. Well, this has been the Clout.WAV podcast.
Nah, man, we can't wrap it up like that. But yeah, let the people know. John McAfee, the same man behind McAfee Security and all types of cryptocurrency needs and antiviruses and making virus. Like, my man, if you needed something done in the computer industry, he had a way to do it. And if he couldn't do it, I guarantee you he could find 5 people who can, and at the highest of astute levels. And yeah, he ended up dying. Now, keep in mind, this ain't no saint here, right? So
He sure isn't.
This we are not talking about the average nerd here. We're not talking about the average geek. Let them know. Talk to him about John McAfee real quick.
Okay, you know how in movies that feature tech billionaires, movies that feature billionaires in general, there's always that one very like old, very weird one he seems odd the whole time. Every time he talks to you, he's a little bit off. He's just like, hey, do you like yachts? Because I like yachts. Sometimes I go out in my yacht and I just think about the world and I think about where we're going, and I'm just like, why is it that we had President Obama? Like, why couldn't we have someone else? Why couldn't the sky be gray? Why is it blue? John McAfee he gives off that type of vibe. John McAfee has been accused of having some very interesting kinks that involve defecation. John McAfee fled to, I believe, Guatemala for reasons unknown, but they may be tied to some legalities that he was trying to escape. He faked his death with a heart attack in Guatemala so that he could prevent himself from being deported back to the States. John McAfee was found, I believe, in a Spanish prison on the 23rd of June in 2021, which is yesterday, for those who are watching this live. So far,
somebody caught that man lacking in 4K. Well,
exactly.
Maybe not 4K. Maybe if you're down in one of them prisons, you definitely got caught with like 480p, my guy. I don't think shit's HD out there for you.
Why are we talking about this, right? Okay, so John McAfee has like a tweet that's going around where he has like a tattoo that says I think it says "whacked" on his arm. I don't know if this tweet is fake. I haven't done my due diligence to make sure that it's fake or not, but he basically said that if I go out on some kind of like Epstein shit, then it's not real. I did not commit suicide. Someone got me. They got to me. They killed me. I didn't want to die, et cetera, et cetera. And now he, found dead in a prison. It's like,
nah, he knew. He knew that I'm not gonna say what he could have done because that's all speculation and poppycock.
Right.
But he knew that there was somebody he wasn't seeing eye to eye with, and he knew they had the access to him. And the capability, the training, the know-how, the tactics to end his life. And he knew they were around the corner and they were closing. He knew. He knew whatever that assassin or whoever was coming for him's closing speed was impeccable.
It was someone who was on the tier as like Nemesis in RE2, right? Or not RE3. I'm sorry. I'm thinking more of Mr. X in RE2. But
Mr. X be going for breaks, man. Nemesis, he has never stopped, bro.
Yeah, it's Nemesis. It's definitely Nemesis in RE3. Going after this man, they're just like, I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna walk slowly, and you're just gonna trip, and that's it. And he tripped, and he landed in some sort of Spanish prison, and they caught him. Like he's gone. John McAfee unfortunately has passed away. We don't know if there was foul play or not, but based on the Epstein case, the Epstein situation, based on how long it took for them to tell us what we already know, in like, I don't know, a year and a half, they're going to be like, we've just found that there was foul play with some of the prison guards who were watching John McAfee. It seems that they may have been involved in his untimely death. So yeah. But I mean, you could Google John McAfee. You could find the Adult Swim interview that's going around right now with Jenna Friedman, where that man, he's big chilling in his place. She points out that he's got
Emphasis.
security guards.
I ain't seen bigger quotes around the words "big" and "chillin'." Like that was the most comfortable I've ever seen a billionaire in an interview. Normally, it looks like they got something that they kind of worried about, like this interviewer might be prying. Like some of these folks, they be being interviewed by like Little Chapel Hill interviewer number 16, who's just some
Right.
dude in the background. They acting like it's Nardwar, who's got all the Carfax on their life. Like, no, this dude was just like, whatever you want to talk about, you got it. Yep, that's me.
Mhm.
Comfortable.
She
I
even
was
made jokes about
envious.
she even made jokes about him like allegedly defecating on women for sexual pleasure, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, you." She's like, "I know you know a thing or two about that," and he's like, "Yeah, I do." So I mean, shit. John McAfee, he
I
lived life,
mean,
bro.
here's the thing. Like he knew the average common goer who was going to be watching that interview. What they going to do to him?
Exactly. He was
Like,
like, "Do you know who I am? I made McAfee security. It's probably on your computer right now."
and you ain't even want the shit.
Yeah,
That's the
you're probably
fucked
getting
up
prompted
part.
to you're probably getting prompted to update that plugin that came with Adobe Flash Player. But rest in peace, Adobe Flash Player.
Yeah, Adobe Flash Player deserved to go the way of the dodo though, because I just felt like we were sitting here booting up these websites, and like it just felt archaic, man. It was time for that update. It was time to go out with the old, in with the new, and usher in a new era of internet. But at the same time, I kind of miss the novelty of having that and the shockwave stuff around. Just do the stuff. Do you remember FGC veterans will know exactly what I'm talking about when I say these two words? Since there's a new Guilty Gear out. Do you remember Milia Blocker? Test those
Yeah.
reactions, kids. It's I think now it's like you got to go to like some weird like backwater off the grid ass website to get it to boot up.
Right.
But the original website, like it is no more, and it worked. The original client worked off of Shockwave. So since Flash Player is gone, and it's a Mondo Ripperuski.
I think the Tekken the throw tech trainer also like ran off of Shockwave. So rest in peace. You can't figure out how to react to those one throws, those two throws, those 1+2 throws. And again, we're in Tekken 7 now, so you don't have to worry too much about all that now. But yeah, John McAfee, Adobe Flash Player, they're connected. They're all connected. But yeah, so John McAfee, I don't know. It's very strange that like people are bringing him up now. Like his name didn't really come up anytime soon. That man ran for president in 2020. I want you all to know that. He ran for president in 2020, some sort of presidential race as a libertarian. So when I say he lived life to the fullest that he could.
Mm-hmm.
So rest in peace to John McAfee.
But
What else is there to
my
say?
man was skating away with the tax evasion. Like
Say,
like your Wesley Snipes, take fucking notes, guy. That's how
you
you
ain't
do it.
getting me. Not getting me, man. I'm not the one.
The money disappeared into cryptocurrency. How you gonna get it back?
Exactly. Are you still using my software? Well, no, I'm out of here then.
Ain't nothing you couldn't tell that man nothing, bro. My man, like you want to talk about swinging for the fences? He did been there, done that, took care of it. GG's, no riskies, bro. It just wasn't happening. You just weren't built to last. All right, it just wasn't made to last. But he lived a wild life, and I just feel like we're at a point now where I feel like we can acknowledge when people were wilding, acknowledge when they were actually doing something that mattered and,
Right.
really progressed society, or at the very least, their crowning achievement. And we could acknowledge that it happened, even if it was fucking McAfee security, which was dog shit, by the way. I just want to make sure that we are all 100% clear. Like, that, no cap. Like, RIP, man. But, like, on the real skis, that was, out of all, like, the only one I think that was actually worse than McAfee security was Norton. Norton was just a steaming, seeping septic tank of bullshit and poppycock. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, can we all be real here? Do we all agree with that? Is that a fair assessment?
Norton and McAfee. Yeah, well,
And it was weird because McAfee, and I would say Norton, there'd be sometimes where you would download like a game or a program and then like just slipped up in that installer. If you click Express Install, you're gonna end up with one of them. One
oh
of
my
them gonna
god.
be there, bro. Now you gotta go to custom and you gotta install these things one by one, check all the check marks and make sure that McAfee and Norton ain't up in there because bro, they used to just be smuggled in with everything you would download at one point. Like, hey man, we see you like to download. Go ahead and get this antivirus. Now,
Right.
Malware Bytes, I still think it's pretty good. There are various others out there that are pretty good, but just those two were just notably as far as I'm concerned. But there's yet another weirdo among us out there named Ronnie O'Neill. I'm gonna let you talk to him about that.
All right. Florida man, Ronnie O'Neill. You may have seen him. He's a older black gentleman with some fucked up hair who had the nerve.
Is
all
that
right,
is that what you calling it? That's what you calling it? Messed up hair?
Hey, man, you got to say it's hair. All right, people got to know what it is that's on his head to like determine what it is. But like you'll know when you see it. All right,
Bro, my
you'll know when you see it.
man look like he got the Pokemon EXP share on his head, bro. But continue.
He sure does. But this man, this heathen here, he murdered his girlfriend, or what I believe it was his wife, a 9-year-old daughter, and attempted to murder his son as well. His son luckily survived the attack. So in court, this man decided he was going to try to defend himself, and he tried to terrorize his son on the stand through the cross-examination, which it was a waste of time. Like, he was guilty. Everybody knew he was guilty. He's in jail now. Like, that dude did not win. Like, he got a guilty plea. After all of that.
Now, I know some of y'all may be like, why does that name sound familiar? Because I mean, I know exactly what we're talking about because the dude wasn't famous. But he has pretty much gone viral because he's the dude with like the my man got the Sage of the Six Path reanimation rods in his head, bro.
You know that one Pokemon, was it like Coruscant? I think it was.
You talking about Corso? Or no,
Yeah.
you're talking about Corsola, right?
Yeah, Corsola. Yeah, his hair is a Corsola.
Nah, bro. Nah, they don't disrespect Corsola like that, bro.
Don't disrespect Corsola. Like, his hair looks like Corsola's body.
Corsola did not sit through 6 generations of being absolute garbage as a water rock Pokemon that did nothing just to get its Galarian form in the 8th generation game to be viable and good and get an evolution, just for you to compare it to some random serial killer. Well, not a serial killer. We just know he's committed a double murder in his own home on his own family.
But like, look, man, he looks like the Pokemon. All right, jeez. If you don't want to hear all these stats and things about Pokemon,
man, this man was racking up a kill count, bro. All I'm saying is we already made the Pokemon joke with the EXP shit. All right, fine. We'll agree. It's Corsola with an EXP share. That's his head. All right, we can move past that now. But man was on weirdo time.
He was. Florida, look, man, I'm gonna like I probably said this the last time we talked about this ridiculous state, but like I just don't understand why you would want to live in Florida at this point. Like, they're abolishing like all kinds of like common sense things over there because everybody else is like, no, don't teach the kids about this. Hey, don't allow people to do this. I don't agree with those people's existence. Like, Florida is a place for all the weird people.
Look,
and like it was a joke at first, but like they're really solidifying it with like some of the decisions they're making with legislation recently. So,
like, the whole trans kids can't play sports, like that was a whole weird thing, and I was just like, huh? I mean, like
this is where your time is going.
And then some people were saying, yeah, there's going to be genital inspections if people are, curious. And I was just like, look, man, I don't know how many of these rules were in the legislature when it actually got pushed through. Maybe some of these things were pulled back and they found a air quotes happy medium on the subject. But if we out here just like, man, that girl looks like she's pretty brolic. Check if she has a penis. What? Like I don't think anybody should be comfortable with that. But here we are in
Exactly.
2021 in this weird world of politics that we live in. But I guess it be like that when it be like that.
I will say this: it's kind of good that they're doing all this because now we have a place for all the people who like firmly believe in those things, like people who are like on that like hacks money type of shit right
Oh
now,
my god.
like send them all to Florida. Look, like do the Patrick, all right? What if we take all those people, put them in a group, and just push all of them to Florida, and we leave them there so that they could be amongst themselves?
and then
I'm
we
sure
put
they'll have a great time.
and then we push Florida somewhere else. That's the ticket.
Oh man, the Bugs Bunny gif of him like sawing off Florida from the rest of the states.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, at that point, just make DC a state. We still got 50. No reason to change the flag. We're good.
Yeah,
Easy.
we're just a little bit, a little bit of ways away, and whatever. If you want to see those people, you could visit. I mean, you could take a boat out there or whatever. I mean, hey, what's up?
Hey,
I
look.
mean, hey,
Hey, look, man. We gerrymander, in the elections anyway. We could gerrymander the country's borders. You know what I'm saying? We just get Florida out the frame, bro. It's all gravy. Who gonna miss
yeah.
them?
Plus, you might end up in like a Caitlyn Bennett video or something. So hey, you might go viral.
And after all, Florida men and women, we already know the deal because y'all already know the spiel. But yeah, even if we kicked y'all out, y'all would be so Floridian of you. Y'all wouldn't even acknowledge it till at least the year 2060. Like, we got about 39 years of y'all just still thinking that y'all are the 51st state. Then someone just gonna wake up and be like, man, that's crazy. But who knows? By the year 20, I mean, y'all already had like zombies, y'all already had super gators, y'all have had all types of nonsense over the past 6 years just in that state alone.
Oh
I,
wait, was the bath salts thing in Florida?
yeah,
Yeah, that place is cursed. I'm sorry.
yeah. That was in Miami. They shot and killed a homeless man who was allegedly feasting on a face of another homeless man.
Yeah, that place is cursed. All right.
Like, yeah, Florida has had some scandals of the worst kind. Because you want to know something else that's wild?
Go for it.
Casey Anthony. Remember, fam, Orlando, Florida. Chopped up her baby, threw her in the liver, threw her, what was it, in a lake with a garbage bag?
Mm-hmm. Got away with it.
Yeah. They really out here in Florida. George Zimmerman, I'm telling you, bro.
But yeah, man. All of them are out there in Florida. See, there's something in the water over in that place. All right. That's why we're trying to save Flint, because we don't want that place to become Florida. All right. Like, come on. Come on now.
Look, I'm going to tell you
It's too
right.
late for Florida, but save Flint, please.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now. They always talk about Florida and, when you bring up Flint. Like, I was just rewatching that. Like, look, say what you want about Obama. When he went to Flint, that was some of the most disingenuous shit I think I've ever seen a president do. Did
God, when he drank the water, he's like, oh,
drink? No, that man let the water touch his mustache and like his upper lip, and he's like, "Ah, that's
yeah.
good." My man ain't drinking a fucking thing, bro. His lips never parted. If there was ever such thing as a nano sip, not a micro, a nano sip, that's what he did. He got just enough to make sure that the water could evaporate on his lips on contact. And the thing that made me mad about it, though, wasn't that he just did that. It was the fact that he did it twice. And on both times, he said, listen, I'm not a president who's all about stunts. And this isn't a stunt. And then he did it. And I'm just like, these people out here suffering and you making these type of fucking jokes?
Hey man, he's got a podcast now. All right, so he's
Everybody's got a podcast. You got a podcast. I got a podcast. Joe Schmo down the street's got a podcast. Joe Rogan's got a podcast. Seth Rogen's got a podcast. Majin Buu got a podcast. Talk about rain boots and fucking what's my favorite blankie to wear to sleep. All right, man. Everybody out here. Podcast is no longer the benchmark it used to be. It's just not. But we do it better than most people, so you know what I'm saying? Make sure, you go ahead and share the Clout.WAV podcast. I mean, if you got this far and you ain't shared it with the homies, like, come on, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Introduce more people to La Familia so they can be just as enlightened and informed and as entertained as you. Because anyone who's not sharing, you're selfish. I understand you want to keep the good stuff to yourself, but come on. This is a podcast for everybody. But back to Ronnie O'Neal, like, big weirdo, big strange guy, Florida sucks, and always keep a vigilant eye out for anybody from that state. I know some people view this living in Florida. Florida, I have family members. I worry about them every day of my life. Why? Because, look, man, ain't nothing like a Florida old head story, okay? Because they will tell you that they have seen some things that may not necessarily be documented.
Look, a man, like broke into my house and he made a sandwich and then just he left the fridge open. And he just left. Like, why leave the fridge open? Come on, man. I would have let you have the sandwich.
Menace. I'm telling you, man, menaces to society, bro. Menaces. Man, I'm telling you, man, Florida. Like, you can literally just Google Florida news, right? I'm gonna just Google Florida news, all right?
Look, man, the Florida man birthday thing is a thing for a reason, all right?
Well, no, because the beachfront condo collapsed today, and what's really weird is that there was like 100 people unaccounted for. Like, they just don't even know where they are. But obviously you can't pronounce them dead because you don't want to worry anybody.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah,
because maybe they were on vacation, maybe they were at a friend's house. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it crumbled, and they just were so freaked out they went to the hospital, or they went to a family member's house, and they just haven't been accounted for yet. And that's a really scary thing, because I like that whole building. Like, when you look at that building from the top down, like, helicopter viewpoints that they showed, that building looks fucking decrepit from the top. I don't know what's on that roof. I don't know if they don't clean it or whatever. But the fact that the building is weird because it broke, like, one section broke so cleanly. It's like, was there just like one section that wasn't up to code? Like, was there like an additional add-on? Like I said, I'm no architect. I'm no construction guy. It's not my lane. It's not my area of expertise. But the way it just looks so out of the ordinary. But you hate to see anybody going through that. You really do.
yeah. You hate to see anybody go through that. Hopefully, they do get actual architects or whoever to investigate this and see why that building collapsed, why that building was so poorly made, and make sure that this doesn't happen again. Because also they have to like rebuild that section of that building, or they're just gonna like get rid of it altogether. Like, who knows? But there could be other buildings in the area, other buildings made by the same company, that may fall to the same problems, and that's not something that we want.
Right?
So at this point in time, they've pronounced that at least one person has died from this. So they're still trying to figure out like how much damage has even been done from this whole thing.
Because, like, look, I have a page here from FloridaDaily.com, and basically it's a page that just tells you some weird article titles from this year. So we're going to start off with number 1. Florida woman who reportedly stabbed her sister with an EpiPen said it was because she was, quote, allergic to drunks. Okay. Florida man pleads guilty to using COVID loan for a Lamborghini. We talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
We talked about this. Man steals rings from one Florida girlfriend to propose to his other girlfriend in Volusia County Sheriff's, the deputy said. Volusia County. And that sheriff deputies basically said that the detectives have arrested a warrant out for a theft suspect who stole an engagement ring and wedding bands from his girlfriend in Orange County and used them to propose to his other girlfriend in Orlando. Joseph L. Davis, 48 years old, who went by Joe Brown, not to be confused with the judge, with one girlfriend, and Marcus Brown with the other. My man had a double life.
Yep.
And is wanted on a felony charge of grand theft. His current address and whereabouts are unknown. Earlier this year, the Orange County woman came forward and told the detectives that she discovered her boyfriend was actually engaged to someone else. When she looked up the fiance's Facebook page, she noticed a photo of her wearing a wedding band and engagement ring that was identical to her own from a prior marriage. When she went to go check the jewelry box, she discovered the rings were missing. So, were several other pieces of jewelry, including a diamond ring that belonged to her grandmother. The total value of the property stolen was approximately $6,270. I don't like how you put the word approximately and they gave me like a very specific ass number, but okay. If you want to remain anonymous and qualify for a potential cash reward, you can call Crime Stoppers of North. I'm sorry, anytime I see Crime Stoppers involved with anything, I have to laugh. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, they have their tips hotline, and then a couple of other stories. These are from the past year. Florida man on lawnmower hits cop car, gets arrested for DUI, and boy, this man looked like white Uncle Ruckus. Like he don't look healthy at all. Like my man, he looking mad disheveled, bro. Like I'm gonna put this in the Discord. I feel as though you need to see this gentleman. Like he don't look. I wouldn't trust him with any sort of motorized vehicle. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
What are you talking about? That's the Loganville resident that called me boy the other day, right there.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
This is a story you ain't told to me.
That I am exaggerating. But that definitely looks like someone who would do all those things here in Georgia. So,
I mean, you're not even wrong. He do like he look like one of them. But anyways,
I wouldn't be surprised if that dude was one of them. But like, yeah, he looks like the exact type of person that committed this particular crime of being drunk on a lawnmower and trying to. All right, yeah.
And don't even get us
Florida.
started on the whole Jacksonville war zone known as War Games with the ATK and KTA and those two gangs just having like guerrilla warfare in the streets. I mean, it birthed that viral song "Who I Smoke." Like y'all know about these people. That is a song about killing people, and he named off the people who he killed by name.
Yeah,
But because it's got that in the background, no one cared about that. We all ignored it. Everybody
I want to live there.
Exactly. Anywhere near that area, count me out, fam. Tell you that right now. All it takes is you go to one party and you hang out with the wrong person who you don't even know is the wrong person because they ain't never done nothing wrong around you. Next thing you know, you got a problem. There are people pulling up and they about that life and they are ready to squabble. But once again, Florida is as Florida does. And if you want to be even more confused than what resident Florida man is doing, please see the development team over at Blizzard because that Overwatch development team, they've come up with some very interesting things because crossplay has dropped recently, which means if you're on PlayStation, Xbox, or PC, you can play together. But it's the most axe backwards crossplay implementation that I've ever seen. Why? Because up to this point, the PC version of Overwatch is balanced completely different than the console counterparts. Why?
Oh.
Because of things like aim assist and the fact that, with a Genji on PC can do a quick 180, but you're limited to how fast you can do a 180 when you're using a control stick. So there's certain characters.
Torbjorn.
Yeah, Torbjorn's turret functions differently on console than it does on PC. And the way certain characters move is different just to compensate for things may be harder to hit, yada, 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 so on and so forth. Now, over the past couple of years, I don't know if they continue with that, but I know at the beginning of Overwatch's lifespan, they did say they were going to balance the games differently. So it'll be interesting to see how this works. But if you're even confused by that, we haven't even begun to open up this glitter bomb of a shit show that this patch is. So if you want to play with somebody on console, right? Or you want to play with someone on PC, you can only do so in quick play. It does not work in comp because they do not want the video game discrepancies ruining what you have going on in comp. Now, if you're playing on console and you're playing with your PC friends, you're automatically put into a mixed queue. What does that mean? That means you can only play with other teams with PC players on them or other mixed groups. They may be saying, okay, but what if I'm on console, but I want to play against people on PC, but I don't have anyone on my friends list who's on PC? Then crossplay doesn't work for you. You're just stuck with, the console folk.
GG's.
Crossplay apparently only enables if you have at least one PC player in your group. And I'm like, okay, I can see how that makes sense. I can see how that could be fundamentally sound. You don't want to have, that one PC player where they got like 4 PC players and one console guy, so then they get forced into the queue, and then like there's a bunch of different ways you could party up and abuse that, but it doesn't work through in game on console. So here's what you have to do. What you would have to do is on console, you'd have to boot up either an app on your phone, go on the web browser of your console, or boot up your desktop and make a Blizzard account. Because apparently, if you own it on console, you never had to make a Battle.net account. Never had to do it. So now you have to make one. Then you have to attach it to your PlayStation. And I don't know about if, because of how names work, you're going to have to make your own Battle.net name, but you get one free one to be whatever you want, either way. And then once they're tied, then you have to add them through Battle.net as opposed to adding them through your Xbox or PlayStation friend list. And at that point, then you guys can finally be able to crossplay. Now, the interesting thing about crossplay is the game doesn't tell you the systems like, games like Apex do, where when you're playing on crossplay on Apex, you can see the players who are on console with a little icon indicated next to the name in game. Like just right there on the screen. You already know, oh, I'm playing with a console player right here. Oh, I'm playing with a PC right here. You just understand. It tells you. Now, this is a quality of life little nitpick here, but it's still something to bring up. You have to like open up the game and go into like the sub menu of your console in order to see who you can invite and who you can't invite to know who is on console and who's not. Now, that being said, keeping them out of comp, 100% agree with that decision. I will give you that. I will give you that. But the main issue at hand, that at least personally that I had with Overwatch's crossplay, is just the simple fact that crossplay for most games is simply meant to allow the game's communities to have more of a quick queue experience. There's no longer, oh, this community's getting kind of low, this community's getting kind of low. It's supposed to really foster growth, having everybody on one collective platform, making sure that queues are faster, more players are involved, ready to go, yada, yada, so on and so forth. But this one fractures it because console players are stuck with console players. PC players can only play with console players if they're playing with a PC player. Console players don't want to play with PC players because when console players play with PC players, what ends up happening is all the console people who group with the PC people get their aim assist turned off even if they're on console. So the console players who are in game on fighting PC players have a nerf to them because aim assist is turned off even though aim assist is on by default when they're playing against other console players. So now the game is completely different for the console players while they're playing against the PC players who already have an advantage because they're using a mouse. So that's the part where it becomes a shit show that the console players got nerfed. When technically, since they're in a mixed game, they're also playing a different version of the game. Because technically, while aim assist is also off, there's this whole thing where, the game is technically balanced differently. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that crossplay? Like, what do you feel about it? Do you like it?
I like the concept, but I don't like the implementation. This seems like something they're doing because they want Overwatch 2 to have crossplay. And so they're like testing the waters with this, but yeah, this is all over the place. Like they have a lot more testing to do, or maybe they're they're just like releasing this as like let's test it with whatever players we still have and like fix it accordingly instead of like having testers try to test out certain situations instead. So they're just basically letting the general public tell them what's wrong with it and then fix it so that by the time the new game comes out, they can just say,
kinks ironed out.
Yeah, and then they say Overwatch 2 has crossplay, guys. Like all for it. Get it right now. And if you have Overwatch 1, you can get the multiplayer for free.
Mm-hmm. Now I will play devil's advocate here because there is something of note. So we know how we said that the console players are nerfed because it turns off aim assist. Well, you got to remember the contrary is true when you're talking about crossplay on Apex Legends because we know that aim assist be putting in double overtime in that game.
Yeah.
To which
sure does.
To which some PC players like, man, I think I'm about to swap over to console just so I can get that aim assist because boy, they be acting like they can't aim, and then all of a sudden it just turns into a laser beam. Because I'm telling you, man, go and watch some of that console Overwatch. That thing be sticking to people like glue. And no, I'm not saying that aim assist is the only reason why these people on console are good. It's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that aim
I
assist
am.
helps. Look, man, normally all the people really good on console really just have good situational awareness. They're very well positioned. They don't really get caught with their pants put down. They're definitely more, cognizant of where their opposition is relative to their team, ring location. Like there's a lot of the mental game that they have down pat. But when it comes to those gunfights and, initiating them, the gunplay part, sometimes let's just say you hate to see it. Sometimes it is big F-aronis in the motherfucking chat. I will tell you that right now. But it is what it is. Overwatch is crossplay. We can hope rides this course out and gets better on as we go along here. But once again, we shall see. Only time will tell. But putting that on the back burner, I guess we got to talk about it, man. I don't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it, but you told me about it, so it exists. So we already know that I believe I think it's July 16th or something like that. The Space Jam: A New Legacy movie will be dropping. Whether you want to see it, whether you don't want to see it, whether you like LeBron, whether you think LeBron's awful, it does not matter. That movie is coming, and you can't stop it. Don Cheadle is the villain, but wait, there's more. Because you see, you're not just getting a movie. Oh, no, 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 no. You're getting a 16-bit, and not really 16-bit, but so many people are saying 16-bit, even though it's not 16-bit. But you're getting a retro-styled arcade game. That's right, you're getting a beat-em-up tie-in game with Space Jam: A New Legacy. Shaq Fu happened, Michael Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City. Hell, Shaq Fu 2, A Legend Reborn happened. And now it's LeBron James's chance to get on that video game marketing gravy train with whatever that game is. And I'm going to be honest with you, I saw the trailer. And look, I don't want to say Nintendo Switch shovelware game, but I think I'd be disrespecting Nintendo Switch shovelware games. Like it just looks so basic. Like I'm not even saying that it's bad. I'm not even saying that it's trash. I'm just saying when you look at it, it just looks very, very, very plain. Especially when we're like right off the heels of the release of, a game like Streets of Rage 4.
Right.
River City Girls. Hell, Scott Pilgrim just came back into the game. Like these are all
River
games.
City Girls 2 got announced.
Yeah, there you go. Didn't Yakuza have this special tie-in game that dropped like a little bit after River City Girls that you only get for a limited time release on Steam?
Yeah, it was just like a project that they had done before, and they're like, we still have it, so here you can have it for free. It's just like a reskin of Streets of Rage 2 for the most part. But yeah, it was like a Yakuza beat 'em up game where you could play as Kiryu or Majima, and it was just like a little like project they put together.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But at the same time, beat 'em up games are stuff that, we've been getting. I won't say a plethora of, but we've been getting quite a few that were actually pretty nice. I mean, shout outs to Guacamelee and all they did with their sequel and Guacamelee 2. But the point is, when you look at this game, it's very reminiscent of A Legend Reborn, but A Legend Reborn for Shaq Fu 2 was supposed to be a joke. And no, it was not a funny joke, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't. It was definitely one of those quick cash grabs that everybody should have seen coming. But because you like Shaq and you like memes, you all bought into it, hook, line, and sinker. I'm very upset that my stream chat bought it for me and forced me to play it, but y'all saw it and y'all got what y'all deserved when watching that. I don't know why y'all wanted to torture me that way, but yeah, I'm salty grapes. Yeah, sour. The grapes have soured. Yes, absolutely. This is Tilt now. This is Tilt a couple years later coming out now that I've been holding in my chest for quite some time. It feels good to get the vitriol out to parse my lips. But anywho, seeing that game did nothing. Like I'm sure it'll sell to somebody, but luckily for them, much like how the movie is going to be out on HBO Max on same day release with theaters, the video game is going to be free to everyone who has Xbox Game Pass, which once again, Xbox Game Pass still the best value in modern day gaming. Sorry, had to say it. Just wanted to let y'all know. Just wanted to get y'all up to speed on that. Just a little bit of a quick tip, just to, or what what do they call it on YouTube? A life hack. Download Xbox Game Pass. Anywho, uh, a Legend Reborn video game tie-in. I know you saw it. What do you think?
I don't understand this like why they're marketing this movie the way they are and why they're doing it so hard. Like there's there are all the trailers. Hey, HBO Max, which kind of like with the marketing, it's just kind of like, oh, why are you going so hard if it's going to be on HBO Max now that we have theaters? Whatever. Some people are still stuck at home in certain areas. Yeah, cool, whatever. But they have this tie-in game. They have a serial for Space Jam 2 for some reason. Like they're doing everything except for really like pushing the characters who are going to be in the movie.
What are you talking?
Like LeBron.
What are you talking about? Who cares about the characters? The movie's got Zendaya.
I mean, but she's going to voice someone. Sure,
No,
that's
no,
nice.
no.
But
Have you not seen that trailer, bro?
I haven't seen a new
Okay.
trailer. I'm trying to avoid
Okay.
these things.
No.
She's going to be a real person in this movie.
No. Okay. So the trailer, right, is basically like starring your favorite characters, and it clearly says Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and then when it gets to Lola Bunny, it just says starring
Voiced by
Zendaya. Yeah, and it was just like, so we don't give a fuck about Lola Bunny. Like, all right, I mean, maybe we don't. I mean, the Looney Tunes show, like that character was hilarious, but apparently,
But what happened to Zendaya's? Wow, they got me. what happened to
that is
Lola's
proof the marketing
original?
works.
Yeah, what happened to Lola's original voice actress? Like what happened there? Did they not have the budget to get this person, or did something happen?
Nah,
Look,
that's cap. That's cap. Clearly, a regular voice actress, no matter how S tier they may be, I guarantee damn diddly damn to you, Zendaya's she's footing more of a bill. All right, you can say whatever you want, man, but you know I'm right. I guarantee you, getting the original voice actor would have been cheaper.
Kathy, I'm probably not going to say this right. Suchi,
Provided she's still alive.
She is 54 years old and lives in Cleveland, Ohio. She's still alive.
What? But she doing work today. She feeling Lil DeVille in the 2021 Rugrats.
Maybe that's why they couldn't get her. They're like, oh, you're a part of that abomination. Get away from us right now.
Bro, she was Jack in Star Wars: The Bad Batch. Nah, she working, bro.
Yeah, she's making money right now. So I don't know.
Oh, never mind. She was in Fallout 76. F.
Oh, that's why. They're like, oh, you're a part of that abomination? Get the hell away from us right now. We're going to get Zendaya.
Wait, hold on. Was she Helga's mom? Hold on. I have to look at something real quick.
All right. Well, while you do that, I will say right now,
she was Helga's mom. Okay, sorry. Hey, Arnold.
The voice change for Lola is strange, but I mean, I guess they're trying to use star power to get people to watch the movie. But Space Jam 2 as a movie, as an entity, is weird. Like, it started off as like a nostalgia meme where they're like, oh, Space Jam 2, it's going to be great. They're going to have a Space Jam 2 with LeBron James. Wouldn't that be amazing, guys? Yeah, that would be amazing.
But the weird thing is, like, we were talking about that meme in like 2014. Like, this is like a long time. This has like honestly been like an online running gag. Then they made the announcement. It's weird now. And we're just like, huh? I mean, all right. Like, it feels like it's like 5, 6, 7 years too late, but
exactly. But they're gonna do it anyways because they're like, well, there's still people out there who would want to see this and want to make money off of this. But it, like from the first trailer that I saw, it looks like they've stripped away the soul of Space Jam 1 and replaced it with like something different.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one.
I don't know, man.
I feel it. Hold up. Like you say, the soul. First of all, that first movie was a soulless entity that was just made to sell Coca-Cola products, bro. That was a
Coca-Cola products. Come on, man.
Oh, trust me, there was more than that in there. But believe me, that the product placement they had in that movie, believe you me, they definitely went out of their way to make sure Coca-Cola got their money's worth. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's number one. Number two, the movie was clearly written as like not even a B-side like movie. It was definitely like a C-side. Like it was definitely mid on all fronts, but it just so happened to come at a time where live action superstars mixed with cartoons from everyone's childhoods. Because at that time, Bugs Bunny was part of everybody's childhood. I'm not saying that he's not part of everyone's childhood now, but let's be honest, Steven Universe, for a lot of these young kids out there, means a lot more than any rabbit ever has.
I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Like, so because of the fact that the first one was, meant to be some kind of like B tier, C tier, whatever type movie, it felt a little bit like more authentic because they could like screw around and do whatever they wanted with the movie without it being like whatever, except for having to deal with like Michael Jordan when it came to the movie, sure. But like this movie, they're specifically like, hey kids, remember Space Jam 1? Don't you want to buy this Space Jam? Hey, this Space Jam, it's your favorite. LeBron James is there. Isn't all this crazy? Buy the movie twice. Do it again. Like this is Space Jam. It's gonna be so amazing. You got to do it right now. It's gonna have everything that you want. We know what you want, fellow kids. It's gonna have TikTok dances and it's gonna have like Game of Thrones characters and references and stuff in it. Like, don't you want all those things? And it's like, no. A Space Jam sequel? No. Just want, the Looney Tunes.
All right, now here's the thing though. You can't say cheap. I know you said that earlier. It was kind of like, like a cheap little film. The original budget for the first Space Jam movie was $80 million now.
Oh, well, I didn't say cheap. I think you said cheap. I said B tier, C tier.
Look, look, you don't try to make nothing B tier, C tier for $80 million. My guy, that's not what you do.
These days.
Well, see, here's the thing. If you calculate for inflation, that 80 million then is like 140 million now, which is kind of funny because.
Man, they're television shows.
The budget.
Better be fitting.
The budget for a new legacy is 150 million. So I mean, it's in the ballpark of being the same.
Yeah.
Financially, I just think the plot's weird, man. Like a computer AI played by Don Cheadle kidnaps your kid. And now
trips the soul. The fuck is this computer nonsense here? Like that takes away the whole like the first one. The plot was, oh, the Looney Tunes need Michael Jordan's help because magic aliens have stolen the talent of pro basketball players, and they're like, who's pro that they forgot about because he's not playing anymore? Michael Jordan. Wow, that makes sense. This one, it's just like, hey, it's me, LeBron James. I'm so fucking rich, man. I got everything here. Oh man, my son, he's gonna play ball too. He's gonna be fucking amazing. Hey son, don't mess with that computer too much. Son, no, stay away from the computer. Like, what is that? Like, and then it's just like, oh yeah, and the Looney Tunes are going to be your compatriots in this game. I, the master computer, am the one here. Don Cheadle, master computer, I'm here to face you in a basketball game, LeBron James, because I respect you as a ball player. It's like, what?
Look, man, the only thing we're missing is just God coming out of the shadow realm and just be like, yo, child, so is mine. Like, that's all we're missing, bro. Like that's the final piece right there.
Let's hope that doesn't really happen because that man is the same character in every movie that he plays.
Nah, man, when he was in Tekken, bro, oh my god.
Nothing in that movie warranted that Heihachi would be able to do that, and he just like, it's mine.
Like, look, he kissed the girl and like sniffed her neck, and she went to the shadow realm. She was dead, and then he teleported, and I was like, I don't play that much Tekken, but I'm pretty sure Heihachi cannot do that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he could teleport the entire time, and he was part vampire and can suck the soul and essence out. I said, nah, that's definitely Shang Tsung right there. I'm sorry. Kari Hiroyuki Towawa, you're not fooling me, man. This is Mortal Kombat Annihilation 2. All right, you're not fooling me, my guy. But here's the other thing, though. How many movies do you think Tekken has? Do you know how many?
2.
2?
2. Wait, are we counting like?
We're also counting 3D movies. We're also counting 3D movies.
Oh, if we're counting 3D movies and anime movies, 5.
I know of 4.
Okay.
I know there's Tekken the motion picture. There's that 3D thing called Blood Vengeance, which we don't really have to talk about. And then
That's
there's the
true live
2009
action.
film and Kazuya's Revenge. Those are only four that I know. If there's a fifth one out there, if there's like some super bootleg Tekken movie out there, or something that's called TEK Tech Space Ken, then hey, let us know. Let us know comment section. Y'all do the job. But yeah, Kazuya's Revenge was also a trip, and we're not gonna talk about it because I don't know, man. Fighting game movies have historically just been buns. But I will say this. I will say this. I will say this. Y'all know I wasn't big on the Mortal Kombat 2021 film. But here's the
Huh.
thing, though. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I will take that movie over a infinite plethora of fighting game genre movie adaptations that have come before it.
Nah,
I just want to make
I
that
won't.
perfectly clear. Oh, all right. So,
I
all
won't.
right, talk to me.
I'll
Talk
take
to
all
me.
of them because they're so entertaining compared to the Mortal Kombat movie. You gotta like there's just a section of that Mortal Kombat movie that's nothing and boring. Oh, at least these other movies, they're like they've got like cheesy shit that's going on that's entertaining. Have you seen the DOA movie? Oh my god!
Don't talk
Have
about
you
that movie,
seen
please.
the KOF movie? Oh my gosh!
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the KOF movie, right? I actually haven't seen that movie. I actually haven't seen that one.
Might still be on Netflix. I
It's
don't
on
know.
Netflix. All right, man. If anybody
Like my
knows about the
brother told
KOF
me about
movie,
that movie.
please give me some enlightenment. Like, and I don't mean spoil the movie. I mean just like, is he right or is he capping? Like, how bad is it?
My brother told me about that movie, and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, he bought a copy of the movie, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been wanting to see this. I remember this being a good movie or whatever." And I was like, "Huh, interesting." And then like it was on Netflix when I got a subscription, like I don't know, like a month after that, and I checked it out, and man, it's an experience. All right, like look, if you disavow all knowledge of KOF lore or KOF things, it's an entertaining movie. If you incorporate KOF lore, you'll you'll peel your face off, but it's still like an entertaining movie, more entertaining than Mortal Kombat 2021 because it's not like a movie that's carried by like one character who's making like quips here and there and stuff like that, you know?
Damn, I forgot Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun Li was a movie. Golly.
Even that is better than MK. Like one scene, all right, one scene, the spinning bird kick scene is better than the almost the entire MK 2021 movie. Man, Tyson was a regular dude. He was a bureaucrat, man. Like, like, that was top tier thinking right there. They're like, Bison isn't just some psychic demon man. Bison is a career criminal who owns the police. He owns everything. And it's like,
He was basically Goji Rokuku from the Jet Set Radio games.
yeah,
My man was out here. Bro, have you seen any of the
exactly.
Fatal Fury movies?
The anime movies.
Yeah, I believe there's three of them. I
I've
know
only seen the
there's
first
one
one.
that's an hour and 40 minutes. There's one that's like a 46-minute special, and I think there's one that's like a little north of an hour.
I've only seen the first one.
I mean, to be fairly honest, that's probably the only one that you really needed to see.
Yeah,
The actual motion picture. I think
yeah,
it's called Legend of the Hungry Wolf is the one that I haven't seen. I think that one's like I think that's like the TV special, like 45-minute long thing.
bro. See, that's over my head. Like, I've never seen that one. I didn't even know that one existed.
All right. So I just pulled up a list. I didn't know there was a Virtua Fighter movie. I mean, it makes sense that there would be one, but I didn't know there
Live
was one.
action?
Yeah, well, it's not a movie. It's a animated 25-minute like episode thing.
Oh, you're talking about the Virtual Fighter? Okay, yeah, I've seen the like animated Retro Fighter thing. Well, I've seen pieces of it, and it's like an old like '90s anime.
Shoot Fighter Tekken Round 1, Shoot Fighter Tekken Round 2, Shoot Fighter Tekken Round 3. What?
See, someone's pulling your leg right there with that.
No, I'm on IMDb right now. What?
Nah, see, someone got into IMDb and did that.
Nah,
All
I'm
right,
clicking these. I have to know. I have to know.
did that.
High school student Kichi is on the fast track to martial arts superstardom. An expert in the deadly Nanshin Shadow style, he faces the challenge of his life. The long-awaited grudge match with his father's arch nemesis, the champion of World Pro Wrestling, Fists fly and blood spills as a new breed of fighter takes to the ring. All right, I'm just gonna move on with my life and pretend I didn't read any of that. And yeah, also that Darkstalkers little movie thing was weird, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah, I grew up on that. That movie is pretty weird, but like the animation is pretty nice.
Yo, my man was a super simp, and Morgan just had this weird like face. Like I don't know, man. Like if they were meant to be monsters, that show that thing definitely portrayed them as monsters. Because boy,
Yeah.
that animation style just made everybody look foogly, bro. It was not attractive. It was not. At no point was anybody in that man or woman attractive, and that's a okay. They all had chiseled chins.
Yep.
They had chins that could cut diamonds and shatter kidneys. You did not want to fight them in hand to hand combat. I'll tell you that right now. But alas, just a little quick thing. Y'all may be noticing it on the thumbnail's background right now. I will never, ever, ever in the history of ever support another Kickstarter video game. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because either they come out and they're Mighty Number 9, or they don't come out and they're Star Citizen, or they get enough money and then they squander the budget, and the budget really isn't going to actually make a game, and they're still going to release you some half-ass product, only to later on get bailed out by a bigger company, i.e. Shenmue with Sony, or what's going on with Psychonauts 2 and Microsoft, so they can make a whole game when it, like, we're at a point now where I just feel like it is very rare. Like, comment section, Twitch chat, if you can right now, name me all the successful games that were on Kickstarter that came out and had no controversy. Name them. Name them. If you can get the 5, and I mean credible. I don't mean like someone made some random like super omega indie game and it got like 600 bucks, and then he made like an RPG Maker VX game. Like no, we're not talking about those.
Not ones that are not like card games or board games.
Yeah, like I mean actual games with structure. A plot would be nice, but you know, a games that actually require more than you slide a picture and a scripted effect happens. Like a card game or board game. I mean an actual game.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you, man.
Does Shantae count?
Does it? Maybe.
Does that count?
I think that would count. Yeah. I know at least one of those games.
Where's the thing? I know the first one, Half Genie Hero, was backed with like almost $800,000, but I don't remember if another company came in there and helped them out or what. But if so, that definitely counts. To my knowledge, I don't see any controversy about it. Personally.
I mean,
because I would say shout outs to Indivisible, but then Mike Z had to come through the clutch to fuck that up. And he did that post launch, bro.
And then the game came out, and you played the game, and then you were bodied twice.
Here's the thing. So apparently there was like supposed to be like a big patch that was supposed to come out that was supposed to fix a lot of the characters, and Mike Z did the thing, and then now we're at a point now where a lot of those fixes are not being implemented. Oh, and poor Switch users. They didn't even get the patch that fixed stuff that the PC people got and the PlayStation 4 people got.
Yep.
The Switch people I believe they're still stuck on 1.0. I'm sorry for y'all. I really am. But man, it's one of those things where you hate to see it, but because of Mike Z and his nonsense, which we did talk about on the podcast like, 15, 20 episodes ago? It was a while ago, but the fact of the matter still remains, guys. There's not too many games that you can really hang your hat on about successful Kickstarters with no controversy when it comes to the video game spectrum. Now, as of right now, I'm going to pull up something because I'm going in desensitized, guys. I have not seen anything about this. I have not looked at this. We are going to be doing a reaction to the Karen movie trailer. Now, all I've heard is Jordan Peele paved the road and made a lane for a specific genre of movie, and apparently this movie just puts potholes in the road and takes off the speed bumps. Apparently, this shit just goes from 0 to 100 so fast my head is supposed to spin. So with that being said, after this, we're going to get a news correspondent, Troll Gaming Live, involved because, you know, he wanted to talk about some of these cinematic catastrophes. We'll get him on the horn and open this up to a three-way call real quick. But before we do that, I need to actually see this at the request of the boy, Subtle Fraudulence. So let me just go ahead and pop this thing open on the top left. Don't mind the XSplit. And let's get it popping. It's a BET original. See, I didn't know that.
That matters.
A film by Coke. Dang.
Baby, you just gotta give it a chance.
Yeah, you got to check out that IMDb page after you if you watch that.
Tell me about
It'll all make sense, like it did to me.
Do you mind keeping it down? If you don't comply, I'll tell the manager.
Somebody's taking home security serious.
Hi, I am Karen Drexler. I'm your neighbor. You need to be taking your trash cans off the curb right when the trash is picked up.
Pause. This sound like my boy Cardis's neighbor, bro. Because Cardis's neighbor definitely be pulling up talking about some. Actually, as part of the homeowner association, you're supposed to have your cars pointed a specific direction if you're going to park on the side next instead of in the driveway. So they have to be facing as in the flow of traffic. That's just how it's supposed to be. Also, if your trash can is visible anywhere near the front of the house, if I stand anywhere and I can see your trash can, then yeah, I'm going to have to call someone out here. These were things that lady has said. They wilded.
Yeah.
Fucking wildin', bro. I don't even know how to feel about that. But once again, these are people that exist. But anyway, we're gonna keep it going.
Yeah, she's nice.
Wait a minute. We have a white entitled neighbor named Karen.
Karen, okay, enjoy yourself.
There she is, slaving away in the kitchen. I've come across some very suspecting teenagers.
Suspecting?
Can you please hurry up? Please, they're very aggressive. Yep.
I left my wallet with my ID at home. Leave us alone. We didn't do anything.
How the heck did you end up moving to this neighborhood? Next thing you know, we have criminals. You take care of him, and I will take care of her.
Would you mind stepping out of the car?
My office has uncovered some disturbing information on her and her brother.
She doesn't like black people.
We have a
Didn't I have a little 6-year-old Susie? She doesn't like black people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, why? Why is
What?
that happening? Why is
What?
any of that happening? Why is she saying that? Why would the kid have the wherewithal to even understand that fucking concept at that point in time?
Because don't you know elementary schools in this universe are teaching critical race theory?
The liberals and the Congress with their critical race theory are corrupting the children. Look at them. Look at this movie.
Oh my god. All right, let's keep going.
Well, I'm black.
I know, she doesn't like you either.
I want to sell the house.
What I do? You can't tell me, huh?
We are living next door to.
Hold on, pause. Does she have a wait, first of all, is that a bottle of perfume with a Confederate flag or a big ass bottle of lotion?
Tell me, huh?
I think it's a bottle of lotion
Or is that supposed to be like sunken space potion number 5? Like what the fuck?
It could be. It could be. It's supposed to be a soap dispenser, but like, who
knows what's
man?
in there, man? We've seen these plot twists before. Bro, we know that.
Daniels.
We are living next door to a racist.
You went in her house? You wouldn't want your wife to know our little secret, right?
That was not standard police procedure back there.
What do we have here?
Well, you got a hammer. Everything looks like nails.
You people are very angry.
Shut your mouth, boy.
Well, why do you turn into a rapist? Huh? We got.
Things happen to people that don't comply.
Why not, man?
All right, look, bro. Nah. Look, I understand that you may have made this on a shoestring budget, but that blood spatter is who made this? That is a PNG file sliding down with a red sludge trail behind. Come on,
They
y'all.
blew the budget on Taryn Manning. All right, like everything else.
Bro, what? All right. I got a question, bro. Like, what is with these black trauma movies? Like, why? Hold on. You know, let me just get our other correspondent up in here real
So I
quick.
keep telling you, man. Like
how? Like, what?
Be our own people who do this to us, man.
Are we sure it's our people at this point, man? Like, are we sure?
Daniels, I sent you the IMDb page.
Oh shit! Hold up. Let me.
I hate it here.
What's going on, Troll, Soda Fraudulence, it's our boy Troll. But what did I just watch? Why did I have to watch that? What?
I told you not to watch it.
Look, man. I had to know. I just had to know. Like, scientific purposes and research purposes told me that I had to be here, man. I had to see it for myself. So let me see this IMDb page that you had.
There we go.
Oh wait, no, you sent it to me on Twitter, right?
Yeah, I sent it to you on Twitter.
Let me
it has a very specific movie that as soon as I saw that this person wrote that movie or was involved in writing that movie, I was like, this all makes sense, and I'm angry about it.
All right, Coke Daniels, what have you done? Okay, all you've done is Blast from the Past Highway. All right, that's interesting. All right, let me see who's in this cast real quick. Gangster rap. Hold on, gangster rap. The Glockumentary.
Check his writing credentials. You'll see a certain movie.
All right, hold on. Parking lot pimpin'. My baby's dad who made potato salad. His, hers, and the truth.
Do you remember My Baby's Daddy?
No.
Click on it, man.
Click open it. No! No.
And we're done here. Well, that was the Clout.WAV podcast. It's all over.
We done.
No. GG's chat. GG's. Oh, you know what, man? You're right. You're right. I just April Fools, guys. I was wrong. It's April Fools in fucking July. But yeah, they just make movies about any little thing. Because like I feel like not even just a handful of episodes, we were talking about the stupid
them.
No, not them. Well, them, we did talk about that. That was a couple episodes ago. But there was a couple episodes before that. We were talking about Troll, help me out here. It was on Netflix. It was about like the Groundhog Day situation of the guy who keeps getting killed by police.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I forgot the name.
It's two something.
Two Distant Strangers, I think it's called.
Yeah, Two Distant Strangers.
2 Distant Strangers.
And the funny thing is, they stole it from somebody else. That's what's wild.
So, Two Distant Strangers was written by Trayvon. I can't remember his last name, but it was a guy who was in the Gentleman Rants videos on YouTube, and he became a writer for The Daily Show when Trevor Noah got on there. Mm-hmm. And I think that guy won not Grammy, Oscar for that movie now, or that short film now. So,
well, here's the thing: there's a filmmaker named Cynthia Cao, an Asian lady, who basically she said that she wrote like a little bit of a short film idea, right? And she, had a little bit of a short film. She came out and she wrote it, right? And then now this news, they decided that they wanted to use her script and promote it. And by you, I mean basically like, oh, this is a cool thing. Read this, like a news site, right?
Right.
So this thing comes out on Netflix for Two Distant Strangers. And guess who helped fund the bill? Now this! They stole her shit, bro. They got her ass.
Wow.
Now, she ain't copyright nothing, then she just gotta take that L, but they definitely got her ass. That is why if you go,
it was too weird, anyways.
Oh, it definitely was. It was definitely out of pocket. It was
Yeah.
definitely out there. Especially because we already talked about this. We don't need to spend too much time on it, but like y'all know how it ends with just I'm killing you anyway, black man.
Yeah, because so like the twist in it was that, like, you know, he thought that he was the only one living this Groundhog Day situation, and then all of a sudden the Nazi, because the cop was a Nazi, that was like one of the things you were supposed to pick up through all kinds of subtle imagery or whatever. The cop was a Nazi, and he had been living through the situation too, and he's like, yeah, I really enjoyed all these different ways I, you know, interacted with you before I murdered you. And it was just like, oh. And so the end of the movie is really him being like, nah, I'm gonna get home with my dog. And I'm like,
yeah. And then the
All
cop
right.
drives him there, and he's like, you know, out of all the funny stories that I've heard from Negroes before I put them down, yours is the funniest, man.
Like after that happens, where he's like, oh, that was the funniest or whatever, he wakes up again and he's like, I'm gonna get home with my dog, and then it ends.
Yeah, that was it. And I was just like, for what purpose do these things exist? Like, I understand, like, people want to make money off of black trauma because that just seems to be like the fucking thing to do. But like, they don't even do it in a way that's clever. It's just black people getting Dougie. Like, it's almost snuff porn.
Okay, so Trayvon Free wrote this. Basically, he allegedly like created this, and yeah, with all the other things that he's been a part of, like it's not surprising that he made something like this. He also did like Hood Adjacent with James Davis. Yeah, I mean that guy, I get what he was going for with the movie. Like he was really trying to like be like, oh, this is, you know, this is how it feels, you know. So like people who don't understand can like watch this and be like, this is how it feels to deal with this kind of situation, and keep being told like, you know, you're crazy or whatever. But I don't know, like this movie was just so weird. Like magical racism is always just like a weird plot device for me.
I always tell people, some people just make movies just to be controversial. Like they just want to create controversy. And then I'm not a big fan of people making stuff to feel like, oh, I know what's trending. Like I feel like the only way this movie would have worked if it was a comedy movie.
But
I feel like
you know
if it
they're
was
not
a
going to do
comedy
that.
movie, it's like, yeah. They're gonna be like, all right, this is how Karens are, and like make it super funny, but then also serious at the same time. It'd be like, okay. I feel like it would have been fine. But them trying to make a freaking Golden Gates Oscar nominated movie by getting Pennsylvania from Orange and the New Black. Remember? Don't forget, she was Orange and the New Black. She was the freaky girl, so they're like, oh, this is perfect.
But no, she was Doggett. She was Doggett.
Oh, she was Doggett? I
Yeah.
thought her name was Pennsylvania.
That might have been her first name. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Pennsylvania was one of the other girls. Hold on. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. It was Tiffany Pennsylvania Doggett. Pennsylvania was a nickname.
All right, there you go. But yeah,
That's crazy. See, I remember the nickname over the name. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, she was a crackhead in that show. So,
hey, shit, she might be a crackhead in this shit. Fuck, we know. Like, shit, it could be crack in that Confederate bottle, bro. We don't know.
nah, man, she's acting like a crackhead. There's a difference here.
So you guys, so at what point in the movie do you guys think one of the white cops is going to end up being the good guy? And you know what?
So the scene that they showed in the trailer where he was just like, "What are you doing, man?" He's like, "Look, man, when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail," which that doesn't even fucking make sense. But like, I think that cop was just like, "What are you doing?" Like he's gonna be good, and he's either gonna snitch to like the other cops, and there's gonna be like a twist where they're all like, "We're all racist."
Yeah, I was going to say he gonna look at them and he's like, "Oh, you didn't know?"
Or he's gonna be the cop that like saves everyone in the end. After they find out that, you know, both of them are racist and they've been out here like slaying black people, like it's some sort of like justice thing that they do or whatever.
If only in real life they actually, you know, snitched on each other. But you know, we're not gonna get into that.
Look, man. What was it? Chris Dorner? Eric Dorner? I think it was Chris Dorner. That yeah. That story happened for reasons. So
Like,
The
look,
man tried to snitch, and they were like, "Nah, dude, what are you doing? This is how we operate over here." And he lost his mind. Like, so I wish they would snitch too, but you know, the ones who snitch get fucking like jumped and whatnot.
I'm trying to figure out who was the weed man that packaged that weed so good for her to plant in the guy's car.
Bro, let me tell you, them drugs were packaged better than my stimulus check. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That thing better have
like connect.
That thing better have a signature from the president on it. God damn.
No, they used the vacuum and everything. Like they packaged it perfectly.
Yeah, signed, sealed, and delivered. It was not looking good. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. It seems like the details that they put into this trailer, like it just seems so weird. Like the lighting was weird. Like I guarantee you, she's supposed to be acting like she's like it's nighttime when she's being followed, but it's clearly a daytime scene where they just we filmed it at the day, so we just go put this filter on it and make it look like it's at night. Like the movie looks like it was filmed on an iPhone, which isn't necessarily the worst thing. There have been movies that have done well that have been filmed on iPhones, but this one looks like it was filmed on an iPhone.
But like the problem with that scene though is that it's supposed to be like a little like Easter egg for like a real life thing that happened, but that real life thing happened during the day, so they don't even have to put like a night filter if they filmed it during the day. Like it doesn't make sense to even make.
Can we talk about how the whole movie was filmed in the same cul-de-sac?
I mean, look, you got to do what you got to do.
Have a Karen and not have a Karen in a supermarket, okay? If there's no supermarket scene, they're like, what are we doing? Like,
yeah, like there needs to be a part where she intentionally bumps the dude's cart with her cart. She says, "Oh, I wasn't watching where I was going."
There's definitely going to be a supermarket.
I need to speak to your manager.
Yeah, but we need to hear it.
Oh no, that's the restaurant scene. I don't know if you saw it in the trailer that you pulled up, but there's a restaurant scene.
Oh no, I saw that part. She did say that. Well, it needs to be a grocery store, like restaurant. Yeah, sure, but I need to see her with a cart bumping into someone, just saying, "Look, oh no," like just like throw it like a subtle jab, just like, "Oh, baby, please, just know."
Oh, you mean like when she said, "Oh, you're just slaving away"?
Yeah. No, because when she said that, if y'all go back and watch, I tilted my head like, "Here we go."
Bro,
like
look,
I heard
the part in the trailer where she was just like, "Yeah, you people are just so angry." I was like, "This is why I want to watch the movie, because I want to see how that scene plays out and if it has an awkward silence in it, or if it's actually supposed to be like her joking or like or she's like legit like, yeah, you people are so angry all the time. Why don't you just stop doing that? Like I have to know.
Can we explain how she has an open invitation to go to the black people's house? I think she was.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. I'm just like, how did she get there? Like,
no, she forced her way in. She like showed up, and then they were like, "Oh, why don't you come in? Because we're gonna be nice neighbors or whatever."
Yeah, because she had like the pie or whatever.
Yeah, but it looked like she was in there like 3 different times from the trailer.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have consistent lighting, man.
Yeah.
When you don't have consistent lighting, like one scene be looking like 8 scenes, bro. That's what you got to do for the trailer, man. You got to keep us guessing.
Look, Coke Daniels has said, like, there's like I think a Newsweek article that said that Coke Daniels has said that he's happy that people are comparing this movie to Get Out, but people are comparing this movie in the wrong ways. Like they're like, yeah, Get Out is the real movie that did this properly, and this is trash.
Well,
like Get Out existed so that we could have trash like this.
When you watch the Get Out trailer, even when you watch the Us trailer, where regardless of whatever you think of the movies as a whole, when you look at the trailers, you never really got the full undertone of there was still a mystery for the viewer to unravel. Exactly. What mystery is there here besides which cop is going to end up being the good cop? There's going to be one, and are they going to live or are they going to die? That's about the extent of that mystery.
So I've seen
who in
someone...
that family is dying first? One of the black people got died.
I'm going with the one that looked like That's So Raven, bro.
I think it's the husband. But so someone did say, like, I did see someone put out this take that since it's on BET, like the audience that BET is aiming at, like, does not want subtlety in the movie. So they like need it like in your face so that people can like, talk shit and be like, ooh, like, so I guess they made it that way on purpose, but
Look,
it's
fam.
such a bad idea.
Look, fam. There's a reason why Medea has been able to make movies for 2 generations, my guy.
I cannot believe
you guys are wrong. You know who's gonna die? This guy. I'm gonna put his link in the chat. I guess they decided to spend part of their budget to get this guy in the movie.
Just so my man could sit at the dinner table for the restaurant scene.
Yep. He was also outside the window when one of the cup scenes. I was like, oh, he's definitely getting clapped.
No, they're gonna make him that friend who's like, nah, bro, I got this. So what you gonna do with my man? My man gonna get snuffed in the corner. Either that, or they gonna be going through like the closet, or they gonna open their trunk and they just gonna find his dead body. He's just gonna fall out unceremoniously, just with that stupid music sting that every B movie has.
Oh man,
bro, I can see it, bro. I can see it.
What else has Rennie been in? Like, oh, Wild 'N Out. Never mind. All right.
Exactly.
All right. Oh, well.
Hey, Wild 'N Out.
My man's a comedian.
Wild 'N Out.
Maybe this movie is a joke. See, I'm still holding out hope that maybe they're doing this on purpose, and they all know that it's going to be like weird, or it's going to be like funny. So they're going to play it serious, but it's going to be hilarious to watch. And they're going to have like little things here and there where it's like, we know that you guys are going to laugh. Kind of like Fast and Furious movies.
Sent somebody the trailer. They said the budget for this movie was a Walmart coupon and $200.
All right. All right.
Hey, man. Actually, hold up. Have they released that information? That's what I'm about to look up right now. Karen.
When is it coming out?
Budget.
It's a good question.
I don't think there's a release date yet.
I sure hope the fuck not. Karen movie. Nope, there is no current planned release date.
Oh, well, this movie's getting canceled. I'm saying that right now.
See, I can see that. Because you want to know what's funny? The production apparently started in December 2020 and filming wrapped up in February of 2021.
No.
So they filmed that movie in a good 2.5 months.
It looks like it. Look, the Akira live action movie is going to come out before this one comes out. I'll say that now.
Don't say those words, man, because you're not wrong, but I just didn't want to hear them. I'll be honest with you, man.
I read the original script that movie was gonna have, and I'm glad they did whatever they did to stop it from existing.
This movie is probably gonna be the best movie of 2021
for all the wrong reasons, but we gonna keep.
Nah, man. Mortal Kombat 2021 is better than this. So we gotta stop. We gotta stop this right now.
Huh. Well, I just realized since you got a Kickstarter back there, Legend of the White Dragon just finished being filmed. In case you guys don't know, that is a Kickstarted Power Ranger movie funded by Jason David Frank and the people of Bat in the Sun on YouTube.
They got Johnny Young Bosch involved. I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mixing Jason Font, the Red Time Force Red Ranger, Jason David Frank's daughter, and I think the Yellow Ranger from. But
Mei Ling is fucking brawlic, by the way. Can we talk about that?
Is David Frank or David Southworth going to be in it? Fucking Virgil, Quantum Ranger.
He's in the movie. I think he's in the movie.
Okay. Wait, no. Have you seen Mei Ling, Abdul? Have you seen that?
Nah. Link me. What's going on?
Yeah. She'll put you in your funeral yesterday.
Oh my god!
She will put you in a funeral home yesterday. With them Bret the Hitman Hart fucking sunglasses, bro.
That's a nice way to die.
She should have been Sonya Blade. God damn it.
Nah, man. I want her career to be okay, all right?
Yeah, you're right. My bad. I was overstepping some boundaries out here, bro. But yes, the movie is called Karen.
You guys want to know a funny story about the movie? They first kind of raised money in 2019. I think they had like a $50,000 goal, and they couldn't raise their money, so they canceled it. You know, when GoFundMe's or whatever Kickstarters don't reach the goal, they refund the money. And
Right.
they brought it back again last year, and instead of doing 50K, they ended up doing, I think, over 200,000 or something. So it went from doing like a short thing to like doing a whole movie.
Now
They
here's
got,
the
like,
thing.
actual budget.
Here's the thing that scares me about that. Now I'm sure it won't happen, but I always get scared when people get a lot more than they ask for, because then they start power tripping and then they mismanage their budget, and then it gets to that point where like the first half of it got all that budget in there and you can see it. Then that last half be like, well, you could tell where we ran out.
Never mind, I lied. It was actually $500,000. Okay then.
All right, well, all right, you got 10 times more than you. You better not. You better not fuck this up. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But $500,000, that's fine. You could do a lot with that. You could stretch that away.
Well, from what I know, for those of you guys that don't know, Bat in the Sun, those are the people that do Superpower Beatdown on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They do some pretty sick stuff on YouTube. You should check out some of their stuff. They be doing like Scorpion versus White Ranger. They be doing like random battles.
Actually, no, I have. Oh, okay. I don't know if it's them specific, because there's about 2 or 3 channels that have it, but there's 1 or 2 where their quality is just unmatched. Like they have some studio production shit. Then there's this third one where it's like, it's not cosplayers pretending to fight, but it's definitely it's not up to that professional standard. Their editing room ain't nice. But I'll have to check out one of them.
What? I have a better example.
There was one that was like Darth Vader versus Wolverine. Are they the ones that did that?
Yes, they're the ones that did that.
Okay, all right. I know you're talking about that.
Remember that Batman movie I showed you that I was in the credit that I said I put money in?
Yeah.
They did that. Remember how quality that was with the Joker?
Yep, they got some effort in there.
Yeah, and that was with $77,000.
Oh, this should be wraps. Hold on, I got a wooden desk. Should be wraps. Sorry, gotta knock on wood, because you know these days you don't want to speak something. You don't want to speak nothing out of existence. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't want to be that guy. I'm not that guy, pal. But yeah, that seems to be pretty dope. But there's this other thing that you brought to my attention, subtle fraudulence, and I know you've been brought in wanting to talk about it. Tell me more about this, and I quote, sexy beasts. What is this, man?
So, Beastars came on Netflix, right? And then they're like, they actually like really like this whole animal on animal action stuff, huh? So Netflix's reality department has decided that Love is Blind plus Beastars equals money. So they're making a new series where it's kind of like Love is Blind, where you don't actually get to see the person that you're talking to and like going out on dates with or whatever. But they have these, I don't know, these amazing makeup artists who put people in like animal makeup. So like, I think the one that people see the most is the dolphin, the woman who's like, who's made to look like a dolphin. But they're made to look like a random animal, or in some cases the devil or a scarecrow. And they talk to each other, they get to know each other. And basically, I think like at the end of whatever this is, they get to pick what person they liked, and then after they pick that person, they take off the makeup and you see who they are. So it's supposed to be like a dating show with these like animal type of like designs for people, the way that they look, and it looks so creepy. Like I don't know, man. Like
you're telling me I get to be a furry for one dinner?
Yes. Yep. You're paid to be a furry for one dinner.
Wait, so it's Masked Singer, but eating out with people?
Yep, and eating out people, if you do make it that far.
Whoa. I don't think Netflix is going to show all that. But yeah. Take off the makeup first, please.
Nah, man, you're not allowed. They got to film the hentai sex tape that is your fur fetish over here, bro.
Nah, man. Never again. After interspecies reviewer, never again.
But it's also like weird because like it does showcase like, a couple of moments where you get to see what the people actually look like. There ain't an ugly motherfucker amongst this group of people. I'm gonna tell you that right now. there is nobody who scores. There is no one who scores mid or lower. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Thank you, Netflix.
Yeah,
Tell you that right
that
now.
was my whole thing. Like, if you're gonna do something like this, you gotta have like a range of of people and their looks. Like, yeah, some of these people look kind of like average or whatever, but like all of them are like conventionally attractive people. You could at the very least have some like unconventionally attractive people there, so that like when they take off the makeup, it's like, oh, whoa, I don't know how I feel anymore, but I do like this person's personality, so I'm still gonna give it a go. It's some bullshit like that. But instead, it's all just like it's mostly just like pretty people who are going on dates with each other who are like dressed up as animals, and then at the end they figure out who they liked based on the dates that they went on. The trailer showed that some people were like making out in the makeup and stuff, and that was weird to me.
But here's the thing, like I don't know if you guys know like how intricate sometimes makeup is, because like the wrestler Sting, who knows he's about to go out there and like 20 minutes later he about to sweat all this shit off. Jeff Hardy do the same fucking thing. They'd be like, oh yeah, I was in that chair for 2, 3, 4 hours getting my makeup done by the makeup artist. So I can only imagine you sat there for like 6, 7 hours sitting there waiting for this date to happen. And most of the prep time was you sitting in a chair with somebody touching your face, making you like a baboon, the devil, a praying mantis, and then just said, all right, now go out there and be somebody.
Right.
So like I said, like I don't like, I would say who is this show for, but like I have learned that the furry armada they're undefeated. Once you start betting on them, the views will eventually come. The metrics will show. All right? Doesn't matter who you are, how obscure you are, how rare it is that you make content you are. It does not matter. The furries will come. God, I wish I never said those words in that order.
You can't take it back now. It's on the internet.
Yep, yeah, man. Look, man. Look, Damien, you know your people. You know you guys. You know who y'all are.
Furries know about other furries, and they also know that they're like pretty like horny and whatnot. So, we're not saying lies here.
I'm not saying it's you specifically.
Like,
I'm just saying you know your people. Hey, come on, bro. Let's not go there. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. But it'd be like that sometimes. But Troll, what do you think of Sexy Beast? Would you enter a show like that? Is that something that would be up your alley?
Is it a show or a movie?
It's a show, like a reality show.
Yeah, it's a Netflix show.
See, the thing is, like, I'm fine with stuff like this, but I'm not a big fan of let's put on a look for like a couple hours and then take it off. Like, if you're gonna go the mask route, you gotta do it the whole week. Like, at least do like a week with each person. You know what I mean? A full week or 2 weeks, and then do the unmasking. Not, after one dinner, let's take the mask off. Like, if you're spending 2 weeks with someone and they turn out ugly, like, you must really like them, like, to really continue talking.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know how the show works yet, because what they make it look like is they go out masked once, and then it's like, do you want to fuck them or not? And then they get to it. But then they have the whole thing where they have the reveal where they're normal people. So, like, I don't know if it's like, all right, the first date you go out masked, and if you like them, then it follows you later as a makeshift couple for an undescript amount of time. We don't know what the rules are. But if you have one date and that's it, throw it away. Throw the whole thing away. Just throw it away.
I feel like it'd be a nice selling point if they could have just told us that, hey, these people were in this for 2 weeks. Like, I feel like it would have more appeal if they're like, hey, damn, these people have to do this for 2 weeks. Like, I gotta tune in.
Yeah, because it's really hard to have a reality show and then not have stakes. They did not establish stakes. Like with Temptation Island, it's like, I'm not really a fan of reality shows, but at least, like, it's got to be intriguing to somebody. But like, that's right. Let's see if your wife cheats on you. Find out on Temptation Island. And then like it shows a commercial of her just giving the Gulag 9000 to some random dude that you can't even pronounce their name. I'm sure that is captivating for a lot of groups of people out there. Or my favorite, or my favorite commercial that I've ever seen for a reality show is nah, it showed, man. I know my girl would never cheat on me, man. Like, we've been through so much. I came out here and I just wanted to make sure that our relationship can get stronger. And then like it just hard cuts to her just getting railroaded by some other dude, and then it just cuts back to the dude crying. Like clearly somebody is going to be capped. Like if that was like just a YouTube show, even if it's like Omega fake, millions of views. It's the reason why those gold digger pranks still happen to this day. And it's the same prank setup every single time, but they get views. They get views.
I mean, if people can bet thousands of dollars on Logan Paul being Mayweather, I mean,
you damn right. You damn right.
They sure did do that, huh?
Hey, some people are just confident with their ignorance, and that's when it gets scary. Because there's some people who be like, man, what you talk about, bro? Logan clearly won that. Pay me. And then the people who are owning the money were like, I don't know what you saw, but hold that L real quick. And now they want to go on Twitter. Man, I was scammed by insert website here. And it's like, all right, man. Y'all
these are the same people that don't know Miley Cyrus is Hannah Montana.
Are there really people like that out there now?
Come on, bro.
Yes.
You know.
I mean, maybe if you like heard Miley Cyrus now, they could say something like that because she does sound different.
No. Subtle fraudulence. You need to understand something. There was a chick who said, and I quote, on this funny tweet, "You mean to tell me that Donald Glover is fucking Childish Gambino?" And then somebody quote retweeted that with the statement, "Wow, some people are just way too into other people's sex life," because it says is fucking Childish Gambino. And then someone just said, you know the same person. It's like no, they clearly and like there's this whole diatribe of people saying that like there were two celebrities who look alike who were fucking each other. So like I could believe that people don't know that Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus, I will guarantee there's probably who thinks Zach and Cody is the same motherfucker, bro.
They totally are. What are you talking about? Twins aren't real.
Oh, by the way, I see someone in the chat saying, "Can I alt F4?"
I mean, if you watch Inside with Bo Burnham, you'll learn exactly whether or not you can.
I got a funny one. I got a funny one for you.
All right.
I know this because there's someone in my family who was guilty of this. These motherfuckers thought Mary, Kate, and Ashley was three people.
Well, maybe they were factoring in the younger sister Elizabeth.
Because they thought it was Mary, Kate, and Ashley. Because I don't know what we were watching, but Mary, Kate, and Ashley were in it, and they said, "How come we never see the third one?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, the what?" It's like, yeah.
Some people just aren't in the know when it comes to anything. All right, like they're busy doing other shit, right? Maybe they're doing hood rat shit with their friends, or maybe they're I don't know, going out on hikes or something. I don't know, man. Maybe the gym doesn't allow them to like know who these people are.
I feel like I don't know anything anymore, man.
Right?
Does anyone really know anything these days?
Hey, look, man.
Really is I just found out last year that Zac Efron wasn't singing in High School Musical.
Oof.
That he like it never was. That it was all like someone else, and he was just
he was just the face, man. He was just the face.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you know what else is weird? So apparently, there are a group of people out there that still to this day think that Kid and Play is one person. I don't know how they did that. I really don't understand.
You got to think about it. Kid is the one that you always see. You know, the light-skinned dude with the flat top. That's the one that they always like show. Play, unfortunately, is always just like there, and they never really like promote Play as like, yeah, it's Kid and Play. They just kind of like, yeah, it's this dude with the flat top and his friend.
They do that. Okay, you know what? All right, maybe I can forgive you on that one because when you look at the market, that's exactly how they do them.
It was so annoying as a kid. Like I actually got confused about Play's existence for a while because they kept showing me Kid, and then like yeah, Kid and Play, and I'm like, it's two dudes, right?
It's rough. It's rough out there, man. It's rough.
I wonder how Play's doing right now because I know Kid was in some like random ass shit of like, yeah, I'm an old man now. I'm living the old celebrity man life. Like I used to be famous, and now I'm just chilling. Hey, you guys remember me? I'm Kid from Kid and Play.
Oh, but that just sounds like a pitiful ass introduction. I'm sorry, man.
That's exactly how it goes. That's why I always feel bad. And I'm like, he's just doing this for the check because they're like, yeah, Kid, we want you to make an appearance. And he's like, well, I am broke, so.
Don't do him like that, bro. You don't know if he broke.
Of course I don't. Look, man, there are people who actually thought that Mayweather was broke. All right, so
bro, it was crazy to me how somebody watched that Much Dank video and just genuinely thought that some of it, like, oh, some of it in context, like Mayweather's broke and that's why he took the fight because he needs the money. And I'm just like,
y'all, the millionaire.
I don't even think he's just a millionaire. I think he might be a billionaire with a B at this point.
Yeah, he
well,
might.
I don't think Mayweather's broke, but I think he definitely has a bad spending habit. I think.
I am not gonna say that he doesn't. I've seen the stuff that he buys.
But he also like made it clear after this fight that like he's trying to get as much money as possible to like, you know, create some generational wealth for his kids. So he's like, if somebody's just trying to give me the free bag, I'm not gonna say no. What like millions of dollars? Come on, like why would I deny that?
Because yeah, like my man, he has over 100 cars. I don't know why the fuck you would need over 100 cars. To be honest, I don't even know why you need more than 6 cars. I really don't know why you need more than 2, but I guess if you got it like that, I don't know why you would need more than 6 or 12.
It's just to have the variety. Because you can.
Yeah, but like once you get to like 100, like I guarantee
you. Wait, 100 cars? Hold on.
He has 100 cars. Over 100 cars.
Oh, he's a hoarder. That's all that is.
Did T-Pain have like 100 retro cars, and then he ended up getting rid of all of them, including his Bugatti that he put a hole in one of the 4 radiators? I don't know why Bugatti has 4 radiators.
Yeah, me either. I'm not even gonna lie to you on that one.
Because it can.
But I know he has 2. He had 2 Veyrons. He had a was it Koenigsegg CCX? I think that's what he had. I could.
He used to have 100 cars.
Yeah. Like he was really out here. He had a he had a Bugatti Chiron as well. By the way, I think the Chiron, like from a aesthetic perspective, was a downgrade from the Veyron, but I can't afford either of them bitches, so I'm gonna just be over here, just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? But he also has a Pagani Hyura. Ugh.
Oh my god!
Like my man, like he may not be as rich as he should be because of his spending habits, but let's not make the assumption that he's broke. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, if he has the money, like why not?
Like I'm saying, if he ain't dying, then whatever.
Yeah, like he's still gonna have money to live and then some afterwards. So like I'm not going to say shit about his spending habits. That man has like more money than I will probably ever have in my entire life. And for what? Because he beat up a dude for like, an hour? Shit, man. That's the dream. Isn't that what all the FGC wants? To be able to just beat up a dude in like 100, first to 100 and then just come out with like a cool $5 million?
Yeah, but you spit in a dream of a dimension that cannot exist.
Exactly.
I can see it now.
I mean, it could exist maybe in like Korea or Japan first, but in the US? Hey, look at those nerds. They want our money.
They can't even be marketable first. It's not good, Mitchell. It's just not good, man. It's just not. But other than that, like any of y'all have anything that y'all interested in coming on the horizon? I know we're coming up on that 2-hour mark, but any of y'all got
Yeah,
anything
I feel
interesting
like
coming up?
we all as a group need to do the Hot Ones challenge together with wings. Yes.
Yeah, y'all have fun with that. I don't even watch Hot Ones the show, so I'm all right.
Look, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm in the same boat. The only thing I know is Idris Elba, and that one time the Undertaker did it, and it was just like, well, that was neat. That was the thing.
Look, man, I don't think anybody's trying to interview me while I'm eating some hot wings. So,
Do the truth or dab.
Yeah, man.
oh god,
There's just truth or dare it at a convention one time. And then I'm just like, nah, you all gonna have to truth my ass to death because, like, I
Yo,
know.
imagine
are they
inviting
paying
into your
me?
room.
Nah, man. You have to pay for my suffering.
So is that what
Imagine
we
you
do?
invite someone in your room, they're like, yo, you want to eat, man? I got food, man. We got drinks. And then they give you hot wings and they don't tell you.
So
They don't tell me. Nah, I'm gonna see it.
So I have a question. Is this the person you mod for? The person who's mirror selfie you thirst trapped over here?
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I have no idea what's going on.
Black bikinis are my favorites.
I don't mod for that person. She's just someone that that like I follow who follows me.
Ah, I understand. Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Like, what do you like?
Yo, you guys, I think it's time to run away, man. Everybody's talking about Biden's use of the word Latinx.
All right.
We're not doing it.
I don't care about any of that. Like who the fuck cares? Oh man, he didn't use it right. All right, then teach him how. He's old. Like what? What do you expect? The fact that he's even trying is like that's good enough for me. Like, be like, look, Grandpa, like you got to say it like this, or actually, Grandpa, just don't. You don't have to try. You don't have to do all this. It's okay. It's like when the CIA put out that video where they're like, yeah, I'm a Latinx, this and that.
Bro, that was mad weird, bro.
It's like nobody fucking cares about all that. You're still the ops. Like, what? That doesn't make sense.
Nah, man.
It's like, what, you're gonna tell me all that while you're arresting me? Like what is this? Like, I don't.
Here's the thing. I was like, to whom's benefit was that commercial? Like, who are we helping here?
It's to show that they're people too. But we already got that. Like we know you're people, but like you're people that do a certain job. Like that's it.
It's like, but are you good people? Are you trustworthy?
Well, I am a Latinx millennial, so of course I am a good person.
I've heard that one before.
See,
I'm a minority arresting you. You can rest easy now.
Look, man, we've seen several videos where there's like a black cop there while a black person is getting harassed by white cops. So, like that doesn't change anything. Not like he's like, hey, bro, maybe you should leave him alone. Nah, I don't see any of that ever happening. It's like, yeah, it looks like this guy was he was committing crimes.
Yeah, that black cop jumping over the hood just like the white cop coming right for you, bro.
Exactly. He's jumping twice as hard, actually. Like, what are you saying?
I gotta prove I'm down for my blue brothers. It be like that sometimes.
It doesn't matter. None of that matters. What matters is what you're doing. And yeah. Oh my god, there was something I was going to say before we got on this tangent, and now I've forgotten it.
No.
I'm sorry. I made the mistake of hopping on Twitter.
Well, Twitter. Oh no! You were saying something about like my likes on Twitter. Like, yo, you can't sit here and judge me for trying to be supportive.
Who said
of
judge?
People.
I judge no one.
Nah, man.
I just
you can't lie to me. You can't lie to me like I haven't known you for years. Come on, man. Nah, man.
Look. I'm gonna keep it a whole bean with y'all. I play this fascinating mini game on my Twitter timeline where I try to guess. Like when I see someone like either retweeted or liked a thirst trap type photo, I try to guess who put it there. I'm telling you, chat. I'm telling you, comment section. I done got good.
These are
I got
judgments.
How is that a judgment? I'm just like,
which one of my friends is the one that put this on my timeline?
I can't.
I bet it's that one guy.
I can't learn the homie's taste. Come
All right.
on now.
Look,
if I
man,
ever want to hook you up, I know what I'm looking for now. You know what I'm saying? I know the
look, man,
ballpark, my guy.
I like to look. It's not always about like, oh man, I really like her figure in this photo. It's just like, oh, that's nice. They posted this photo. They felt confident. I like that they felt confident enough to do this. All right, here you go. Here's the support because you wanted this validation. Here's the validation button. Boom! I hit it.
I'm mad at
Here
you
you go.
call it the validation button.
That's what it is. Like, what are you saying?
I want to rant right now.
Go for it.
Why? So I just read. I need to get off this website. Supernatural prequel, The Winchesters in the works at CW.
Oh, I was.
Okay.
We were talking about this before the podcast. I'm right there with you.
Okay.
Why do they want
You
it to
spent
exist?
all this time talking about we're ending the show. This is it. We're done. And you get.
Here's the worst part. The very end of the show, after all of that is said and done, they literally have a scene where the entire freaking cast is out there on a bridge and they're like, we want to thank you, the fans, for supporting us for all this time that we were doing this show, yada, yada, all of that stuff. And now all of a sudden they're going to be like, now we're going to give you more. Like, no.
You not have enough money, CW? Like, I'm confused. Like,
yo, where does
Not
CW
enough,
keep
man.
getting it from, bro? Because they just keep throwing out shows.
They're good shows, like Superman and Lois.
is the show actually good? I haven't watched
That
it.
show is very good. Like, it's probably the best Superman like show or movie to ever exist.
I don't know. I think
cancel
he's
it?
too nice.
Oh, they haven't canceled it. It's still going on.
Still going? Okay.
I think that Superman is too nice, but it's just me.
I mean, but that's how he's supposed to be. When they, decide to put the whole Zack Snyder thing of like, people were like, oh, he thinks he's Jesus Christ, all that nonsense. Like that's not really Superman. Superman is literally just there to like save people because he's like, I like you guys. I'm a nice person and I want you guys to have the best life. And then when they're like, yeah, nah, Superman is a farm boy and, he's mad at this dude in the bar who was talking shit and whatnot. It's like, bro, you can fold him. Like, you don't, what would you have to be mad about? Like,
Clark, don't do it to him.
I thought he was supposed to be a white guy with great hair that doesn't say anything and it's powerful.
no, he says things. He says nice things and corny things. That's what's good about the show. He does that. Like literally one of the first scenes in the show, he saves someone from like a car crash, right? And then this kid dropped his hat. He picks up the hat, he puts it on the kid's head, and the kid's like, he's like, oh, thanks. He's like, nice costume. And he's like, oh, thanks. My mom made it. And then he flies away. That's it. That's perfect.
That is a very Superman comic book thing to do. I'll tell you that right now.
I just want to let you guys know that I just found out the girl from, first of all, I don't know why they're doing High School Musical, the series, okay? But we're not going to talk about that name.
It's a joke.
I don't know why the first season of the show, they decided to redo the whole High School Musical one as a freaking season one.
It's because it's like the class is doing like a play, and the play is High School Musical. At least that's why I like. That's why I remember.
That's literally the whole of season one. Literally.
Yeah.
Still goofy.
It is.
So apparently, the girl on the show, the main girl on the show, just came out with an album that's #1 on Billboard, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what?
Hey man, that's how the clout works. He's like, didn't you see me in this Disney show? Now I'm gonna do other things. Hannah Montana, guys.
Yo, apparently Drake. Whatever happened to Drake Bell, bro? I know we talked.
bad
I know we talked
We
about.
not talking about what happened to him yesterday. We not talking
Bad
about
things.
We not talking about it.
Okay,
We not
we're
He
not
was
gonna
out
talk
here.
about it? Okay.
He was doing the wrong things and he got caught, and so now it's a rap for him.
because before it was alleged when we talked about it last time, and then I saw that
but
tweet go
now
by, and I
it's
was like,
confirmed.
oh,
He took a plea deal.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's a wrap.
I know. As soon as I read it, I said kill confirmed. I was like, oh, all right.
It's either confirmed or they have enough evidence to be like, we can at least make it look like you did this.
So yeah, if you need to go back, what was it? I think it was 2 weeks ago. Go back 2 weeks, watch episode 37, and change everything where we said alleged to they got him. That's all you need to do.
How long do you guys think he's gonna get?
A couple of years. He hasn't been like that relevant until
I
this
would
came
be
out
surprised.
recently. So
I'll be surprised if he does 16 months.
I think
the
he was
deal,
most relevant when he was beefing with Justin Bieber.
yeah,
That was a thing. God damn.
it was. So I think he's gonna get like maybe 3 or 4 years in this deal, and then they're gonna do some like weird shit where like some of that is gonna be probation. So,
I want to ban
yeah.
this man so bad. Look at what this man said in the chat.
So this is why Josh said he wasn't inviting him to this wedding. All right, man. I don't want to time you out, man.
Probably is, but like, I mean,
I'm
they're
mad
not friends
because
in real life.
now that what we know, who knows what he was doing back in his Nickelodeon days, bro? Maybe he was always weird, bro.
No, that's the point though. Like Josh, like him and Josh are not friends IRL, and like this is probably why Josh probably like saw some like sus nonsense happening, and he was just like, "Nah, I'm not messing with that." Like you're sketching me out a little bit. Also, we're on Nickelodeon. Like, come on, you're gonna do sus shit on Nickelodeon?
Man, child endangerment by apparently about to rough up his underage girlfriend. I'm like, all right, man, just because you played Timmy Turner in the movie didn't mean you actually Timmy fucking Turner, my guy. You are a grown man.
Look, what's the name of the dude? What's the name of the dude?
Dan Schneider?
Yeah, Dan Schneider. Like, come on, man. Like, after Dan Schneider, like you wouldn't want to be caught doing anything like weird like that, and so it's a wrap for him.
He played Timmy
Like
Turner.
a bunch of Nickelodeon kids probably like knew about like weird stuff like this, but they were mostly like, these are the adults doing this, and so they have no power to do anything about it. But when it's like this is your man's who's doing it, is like, nah, I don't know him anymore. Get him away from me.
I guess he ended up getting with the girl next door. Remember that song? The girl next door, she's the girl next door.
Oh, you.
Girl.
All right, I'm not gonna talk about this on stream. We're gonna save this for the after hours part, where it's just between the ladies and gentlemen who are in El Club de Us. But yeah, there's something that we need to talk about afterwards. We might talk about it on the podcast next week. It's not really a big deal, but I think it's a funny thing that ended up.
No, it's a big deal. I know what you're about to say too.
What is it then?
We'll wait till next week.
No, after hours. Just the podcast is over, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. The internet was a mistake. Go follow us on our channels. I have videos on my YouTube channel. Please watch them. He has videos on his YouTube channel, including these podcasts. Go watch them.
Troll, go plug yourself.
Follow us on Twitch. Yeah, Troll, plug yourself.
I'm Troll Gaming Live on everything and every little thing, except on LinkedIn.
Yeah, follow Troll.
Troll Gaming Live, okay? Even though it says I'm offline, I'm live.
He there. He be out there, all right? So go give him a follow, and we will see you guys next week when the podcast turns 40. Take care.
Weird.
How does it sound weird, bro?
When the podcast turns 40, like, oh.
Hey man, it's the Over the Hill episode, bro. Don't do me like that.
My man said Drake Bell was like, no, he didn't. Don't do this. I was like, don't do this. Nope.
Yo, he cooked, bro. He cooked.
Man, in the last Drake Bell was on Champs vs. Stars, the like challenge spinoff, like a couple of freaking years ago. And when I saw him, I was like, Coke has done a lot to him. And then after I hear all these stories of him doing all this like nonsense, it just makes sense. Like just look at him. Like he's obviously been like doing some not so legal things. So it's just like, oh wow, Drake Bell has been out here accosting children and whatnot. It's just like, yeah. He's also probably been on drugs. So Anything you say to me that he's been doing, I can just be like, yeah, he's also been on drugs. Like that's what happens.
He was hitting these girls with the bop like Orlando Brown. Let me stop.
And it's not like he was doing like fun drugs, like freaking like weed or anything. Like he's probably doing hard drugs. That's how it makes it look like that. So
Yo, that video, but I don't want to have a quick aside before I go offline on the stream. That is a video that will live always rent free in my head in infamy.
Which one?
The one where Orlando Brown was on Vlad TV and he's like, scoop bop. Shout out to my boys at Grove Street. And I'm like,
I'm not with that.
Oh,